Lesson 3-4, solving multi-step inequalities. So we've already gone through adding and subtracting with inequalities, and we've done multiplication and division. Now we're putting it all together using more than one step. Just a couple things you have to keep in mind is when you multiply or divide by a negative number, we have to flip this symbol. So when we solve these and there's multiple operations involved, we always do adding and subtracting first, followed by multiplication and or division. And then when we do graph it, just keep in mind open circle for less than or greater than, closed circle for less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So our first example is solve and graph each inequality here. So we have 12.50g plus 350 is less than 800. We want to get the 12.50g by itself, so the opposite of adding 350 is subtracting 350. So I'm doing that on both sides. And that's going to give us, that'd be 450. Still less than, and then we have 12.50g here. And the opposite of multiplying by 12.5 is divide by 12.5. If you want to put the 0 in there, that's fine. It's not going to affect the answer. So 12.5 here. So we're going to have g is less than, and we'll grab our calculator here. So we got 12.5, we have 450. And we're going to divide that by 12.5, and that gives us 36. So on a number line, we have 36 here. We're going to put an open circle because it cannot equal it. Less than goes to the left. Next, we want to combine like terms on each side. So this will be 15 is greater than or equal to 1/5 c minus 2/5 c is a negative 1/5 c. And then I have plus 20. I don't want this plus 20 here, so we are going to be, let me fix this sign here. This should be greater than or equal to. So I need to subtract 20 on both sides. And now I have negative 5 is greater than or equal to negative 1/5 c. Now the opposite of dividing by negative 1/5 is multiplying by negative 5 over 1. So I do that on both sides. And because I'm dividing by or multiplying by a negative number, I need to flip the symbol. So right now from the variable, it's less than or equal to. So I flip it, it's going to be greater than or equal to, and then negative 5 times negative 5 is 25. Now it may look like I didn't flip the symbol, but because I'm writing it from the variable first, I actually did flip it because up here, c is less than or equal to negative 5. Here I have c is greater than or equal to 25. So now let's just graph this. We got 25 here. It can equal it, so it's a filled in circle. Greater than can go to the right. Now if I want to just check my answer, I can put a number bigger than 25 in there. I'm going to use 30 because I know 30 is divisible by 5. So if I put 30 in for c here, and 30 in for this c, 30 divided by 5 is 6. Negative 2/5 times 30, that would give us negative 12. And I would have 6 plus 20 is 26. 26 minus 12 would give us 14. And 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 is greater than 14. 14. So I know my answer is correct. Next, we now get rid of parentheses, so just distribute. 3 times 2y is 6y. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 2 has to be less than or equal to 31. So combine like terms here. I got 6y plus 1 is less than or equal to 31. To get 6y by itself, I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides. So right now I have 6y is less than or equal to 30. To get y by itself, I'm going to divide by 6, and y is going to be less than or equal to 5. Graph it. We have an open circle, or a filled-in circle at 5, because it can equal 5. Less than goes to the left. Next, distribute to get rid of the parentheses. So we got 4 times negative 2n is negative 8n. 4 times 8 is a positive 32. This has to be greater than negative 16. To get everything away from the 8n, I'm going to subtract 32 on both sides. And this is going to give us a negative 48 on the right, negative 8n on the left, and it's still greater than. Divide by negative 8 to get n by itself. And because I'm dividing by a negative, I flip the symbol, so now n is less than. And negative 48 divided by negative 8 is a positive 6. And then to graph this, we have a point at 6. It's going to be an open circle at 6. Less than means it goes to the left. Next, we're going to solve and graph the inequality here. Now, one thing I'm going to do here is to get rid of my fractions. I'm going to multiply everything by the common denominator. And the common denominator of 3, 4, and 6 would be 12. So if I multiply every piece by 12, I would get rid of all my fractions. So 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. So really I have negative 4x plus 12 times 1 divided by 4 is 3. It's less than or equal to 12 times 1 divided by 6 is 2. Now that's a lot easier problem to work with, so I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. I have negative 4x is less than or equal to negative 1. Divide by negative 4 on both sides. That's going to leave us with x not less than or equal to, because I divided by a negative, greater than or equal to 1/4. And then on a number line, I have 1/4 here. It's going to be a filled-in circle because it can equal it. Greater than means it goes to the right. Next, I have decimals involved, so I'm going to, the opposite of subtracting 0.3 is adding 0.3. Do that on both sides. This gives us 4.4h is less than 5.5. Divide everything by 4.4. H is going to be less than. Now let's grab our calculators. So we have 4.4, or not 4.4, we have 5.5. And we're going to divide that by 4.4. That gives us 1.25. So on a number line, 1.25 here. Open circle because it cannot equal, less than goes to the left. Other problems here. Here we have 3/8 x minus 2 is less than 5/8 x. I want to get all the x's to one side, so I'm going to subtract 3x over 8 to both sides. And that's going to leave us with negative 2 is less than 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 divided by 8 is 1/4, so this would be x over 4. The opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. So I do that on both sides. This I have now negative 8 is less than x, but I always like writing it with that variable first, so it's really x greater than negative 8. So on a number line, negative 8 here. Open circle because it cannot equal, greater than goes to the right. Next one, we're going to subtract 12 on both sides to get 9y by itself. 9y is less than negative 24. Divide by 9 on both sides. I now have y is less than a negative 24. I can divide these by 3/3. And that would give us negative 8/3. So on a number line, I got negative 8/3. Cannot equal it to it, so it's an open circle. Less than means it goes to the left. Other problems here, we're going to solve and graph these. I'm going to subtract, I'm going to get rid of all fractions by multiplying everything by the common denominator, which is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 12 divided by 4 is 3, so that's 3c. Greater than or equal to 12 times 3 is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Subtract 8 on both sides. That gives us 3c is greater than or equal to 1. To get c by itself, divide everything by 3. And c is going to be greater than or equal to 1/3. On a number line, we got 1/3 here. Open circle, filled in circle, because it can equal 1/3. Greater than means it goes to the right. Next, here we have 15 is greater than 2m minus 5. We're going to add 5 to both sides. That gives us 20 is greater than 2m. Divide by 2. M is less than 10. On a number line, we got 10 here. It's going to be open circle because it cannot equal 10, but it's got to be less than. Less than goes to the left. Next, here we have some more multi-step problems. Here we're going to combine like terms. So we got 10 is less than or equal to -9 minus 4h. To get 4h by itself, I'm going to add 9 to both sides. You got 19 is less than or equal to -4h. Divide everything by -4. I now have h, and I have to flip the symbol, but it's going to look like I don't, just because I switched the sides around. But I did flip it, so h is going to be less than or equal to a -19/4. Number line at -19/4 here. We have a filled in circle here. Less than means it goes to the left. Next, distribute to get rid of the parentheses. That's 2d plus 10 plus 8d is greater than or equal to 4. So that is 10d plus 10 is greater than or equal to 4. Subtract 10 on both sides. We have 10d is greater than or equal to -6. I'm going to put this up here so I have more room. So 10d is greater than or equal to -6. Divide everything by 10 on both sides. We now have d is greater than or equal to a negative. Divide that by 2/2. That will be 3/5. And then on a number line, we got -3/5 here. Filled in circle because it can equal it. Greater than means it goes to the right. Next, here there's really a -1 in front. So if I distribute that, that's going to be 3x minus 7x plus 11. Because remember, -1 times the -11 is positive 11. It has to be greater than 9. So combine like terms, that's -4x. I want to subtract 11 on both sides. That means it's going to be greater than -2. To get x by itself, divide everything by -4. Because I'm dividing, I flip the symbol. By a negative number, I flip the symbol. So x is going to be less than 1/2. Number line, we got 1/2. It cannot equal it, so it's an open circle. Less than means it goes to the left. Next, get all the r's to one side and get all my r's to the right, to the left. So I'm going to add 0.6 r to both sides. That means I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides. That leaves me with 0.6 minus 0.4 is 0.2 r is less than or equal to 2.4. Divide everything by 0.2 on both sides, which is really 24 divided by 2. And 24 divided by 2 is going to give us 12. So on a number line, I got 12 here. It cannot, or it can equal it, so it's a filled in circle. Less than means it goes to the left. And our last one, get all the k's to one side. I'm going to rewrite this. This is actually 6k over 3. All I did was multiply that by 3/3. And the reason why is because the other side has a fraction in it. So now, to get our k's to one side, I'm going to add 6/3 k to both sides. And this is going to be 8 is less than 6 plus 2 is 8. So that's 8/3 k. Now to get k by itself, I multiply by the reciprocal, which is 3 over 8. Multiply this by 3 over 8. The 8's divide out, and I'm left with k is greater than 3. And then to graph it, 3 here on the number line cannot equal it, so it's open circle, greater than means goes to the right. So that's our lesson on solving multi-step inequalities.